It's the NFL on EA. It's the Saints and the Giants under the lights on Thursday night.
City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And a good start out of the gate. 2 games played, teams at 1-1, and he's played about as well as you expect a rookie quarterback to play. But what's been emphasized on the team and by the head coach, everyone else, raise your level around him and help this young man along.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 33 and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arms.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Slayton. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this. 2nd and 4. Once again, he finds Slayton. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll go again with Tracy. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
The Saints are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Carr to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So coming on now here. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Here's Carr to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows. Erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
3rd down and 10.
Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw again.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Slot man moves right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. One of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now Carr.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Carr. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wilson snags it left side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Now Carr again. Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Carr going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On the give, it's Tracy. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. To throw his Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force third and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on third down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Carr.
Olave holds it in.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So would that mean 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1?
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee. At the end of the game, he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Saints, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.